In a quiet town nestled between rolling green hills and the silver mist of early mornings, there lived a boy named Ethan Ward. He wasn't the brightest in class. In fact, to most of his teachers, he was the boy who always got things wrong. To his classmates, he was the one they laughed at when he read too slowly or mixed up his answers. But what they didn't know was that Ethan's story was only just beginning. And one day, every single person who had ever laughed at him would stand and clap. Ethan was 12, the second of 3 children. His older sister, Sophie, was brilliant, top of her class, confident, always praised by teachers. His little brother, Noah, was full of curiosity, asking endless questions that made everyone smile. But Ethan, he struggled. He would stare at his math book until the numbers blurred together like clouds. During reading lessons, his voice trembled, and the letters on the page seemed to dance away before he could catch them. One afternoon, his teacher, Mr. Collins, sighed loudly in front of the class. Mr. Collins, frustrated. "Ethan, you've got to focus. You can't keep falling behind like this." A few students snickered. One boy whispered loudly, "Boy mocking. He'll never catch up. He's too slow." Ethan's face burned. He wanted to disappear. But when he got home, something changed. His mother, Mrs. Ward, greeted him with her usual warmth. She didn't ask about his grades. She just smiled. "Mrs. Ward, how was school, my brave boy?" Ethan quietly, "They laughed again, Mum." Mrs. Ward softly, "Let them laugh, Ethan. You'll show them one day. You just have to keep going." She kissed his forehead, handed him a cup of warm cocoa, and sat beside him while he did his homework. Slowly, painfully, but determinedly. Months passed. The laughter didn't stop. But something began to grow inside Ethan, a fire. One day, after another difficult exam, he found himself sitting alone under a tree behind the school. His sister Sophie found him there. "Sophie, hey little brother, why are you hiding out here?" Ethan sighing, "I'm just not good enough. Even the teachers think so." Sophie, "Not good enough?" Ethan, "Do you remember the time you fixed Dad's radio when nobody else could?" Ethan, "That was just luck." Sophie, "No, that was patience. You kept trying until you got it right. That's what makes you different." That night, Sophie helped him study. Not for marks, but for understanding. She taught him how to learn in his own way, through drawings, patterns, and stories. Their mother noticed. She would leave little notes by his bed each morning. One read, "Believe in the small steps. Even mountains are climbed one stone at a time." As the new school year began, Ethan started surprising everyone. He still made mistakes, yes, but he understood what he was learning. Slowly, steadily. When Mr. Collins gave a surprise quiz, Ethan didn't panic. He took a deep breath and remembered what his sister taught him. This time, when the results came back, Ethan had scored higher than half the class. It wasn't first place, but it was a start. And for Ethan, it felt like winning a marathon. He began spending his evenings at the public library, studying under the dim yellow lights while rain tapped softly on the windows. The librarian, Mrs. Jensen, noticed his effort and started guiding him toward books on memory, focus, and problem-solving. "Mrs. Jensen, you remind me of my son. He struggled too, until he realized that being slow just means being careful." Ethan smiled. For the first time, he didn't feel broken, just different. 2 years later, Ethan was 15. It was the day of the National Academic Challenge, a competition for the best students in the region. When the headmaster announced the name representing their school, the hall went silent. Headmaster proudly, "Our school representative this year is Ethan Ward." Gasps filled the room. Even Mr. Collins looked stunned. The boy once laughed at for being too slow was now their best performer. When the final results came in, Ethan didn't just win, he broke the school's record. The audience stood and clapped. Sophie and Noah ran to the stage. Their mother, tears streaming down her face, whispered, Mrs. Ward whispering, "I told you, my boy, you'd show them." A few weeks later, Ethan received a letter in the mail. It was from Mr. Collins, the very teacher who once gave up on him. Mr. Collins, "Dear Ethan, I was wrong about you. You've taught me something no book ever could. That success is not about speed, but perseverance. You made me a better teacher. Thank you, Mr. Collins. Ethan folded the letter carefully and smiled. He didn't feel anger or pride, just peace. He looked up to the sky, the same way he did on those lonely afternoons under the school tree, and whispered, Ethan, thank you, Mum. Thank you for never giving up. Moral lesson. Sometimes, life laughs at us before it applauds us. Sometimes, the people who doubt us become the ones we inspire. Ethan's story reminds us, you don't need to be the fastest. You just need to keep moving forward. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales of hope and courage.